He leaned back in his chair with that smug little smile, the kind he saved for people he thought he owned. In that moment, across that polished conference table, I knew he had no idea I'd already slipped out of his control. Richard. My wife's uncle. Gio. Met her. The man who handed me my first real job straight out of college, toasted at my wedding and called me son, like it meant something. The same man who just suspended me, no pay for 2 full weeks. My unforgivable mistake? I had the nerve to discipline his 16-year-old nephew, a summer intern who'd broken into our internal systems like he was auditioning for a prison sentence. The kid had literally circulated client data through Slack with meme captions. I did what any IT security director with a functioning brain would do. Dragged him into my office, documented the breach, and filed a formal write-up. Protocol. Policy. My actual job. But the golden child felt humiliated. His mother, Richard's sister, cried on the phone. And suddenly I was the villain. HR sat beside Richard like an obedient shadow while he ordered me to apologize in writing to a teenager who should have been escorted out by security. He's family, Richard said, like that excused felony-level stupidity. He violated federal law, I answered. I logged everything. The way his jaw clenched told me the decision was already made. 2 weeks. Without pay. And a written apology waiting for me when I returned. That night, my wife texted one line that said everything she'd been hiding. Just apologize. We need your job. No. She needed my paycheck. She needed the lifestyle my work supported, boutiques, spas, renovations, the oversized house her family bragged about helping us get. A house I never even wanted. Lately I'd noticed the signs. Her phone always face down. Her staying late at her mother's. And somehow, someway, Richard always knew about our private arguments. I'd married into a family. I'd forgotten that didn't make me one of them. I didn't sleep. Instead, I collected every piece of leverage I had, emails, reports, the nephew's signed write-up, the protocols I personally authored, even the non-compete contract the company's lawyer once noted was invalid because Richard never bothered to sign it. Before sunrise, I cleaned out my desk. Photos. Certificates. The mug my team gave me. I left the laptop, the phone, the badge. All of it sitting neatly on the keyboard like an offering. My resignation letter was 1 line long. I resign effective immediately. At 8:47 a.m., the exact time my suspension was supposed to begin, I posted it to the entire company Slack. All departments, all channels, all clients who had access. I attached the documentation. Everything. A calm explanation that I could not serve a company that chose family favoritism over legal compliance. Then I walked out. By the time I reached my car, my phone was melting with notifications. I ignored everyone until I saw the name, Brian Carver. General Counsel. Tell me you didn't post that, he said, voice shaking like a man watching his career slide off a cliff. I posted my resignation and the truth, I said. You don't understand. We have federal audits. If the SEC. It's already out, Brian. Silence. Heavy. Then, Richard wants to speak with you. Good for him, I said and hung up. Around noon, Richard started calling. I let the phone ring until the voicemail dropped. His voice didn't sound powerful anymore. Sounded afraid. We can fix this. Just delete the post. Come back. Please. I deleted nothing. By the end of the day, the board launched an investigation. 3 major clients paused their contracts. The nephew's access was terminated. People were whispering. HR was panicking. The empire he'd built on family favors was cracking right down the center. Richard called again that evening. This time I picked up. You've ruined me, he rasped. No, I said quietly. You did that yourself. I just stopped covering for you. He tried to talk. I didn't let him. And Richard, I start at your biggest competitor on Monday. They've been trying to hire me for 2 years. I just needed a reason to walk away. I hung up. 3 days later, my wife filed for divorce. Her family cut me out like I'd never existed. Not a single part of me cared. The following week, I sat in my new office, sunlight spilling across the desk, city spread out below me like a fresh start. They thought I depended on them. They thought I'd bow my head and obey. But I'd spent 7 years building a name that didn't belong to anyone but me. I could leave any time. They just never believed I would. The day Richard's smile slipped, that was the first day in years I felt alive.